So Velotric has updated their firmware for the Discover 2. They've updated it to a version that allows you to select between a torque sensor or cadence sensor now through the controls. Now the only way I've found you can do it is through the app, so you're going to have to connect to the app, of course update your firmware, but you'll see right there, sensor switch, torque or cadence. So I'm going to turn it back to torque right now, and then when we get on the bike path, I'll switch it over to cadence to see how much of a difference it actually makes, if it actually feels like a cadence sensor versus a torque sensor. But basically now you get the both of two worlds in one bike. So you're basically getting two bikes in one. So you can have it on a torque sensor if you're really looking to get the exercise out of the bike, or you can have it on a cadence sensor if you want more relaxing riding where you just have to pedal a little and the motor's going to give you a lot more. But let's go test it out and see how it does. All right, we are starting out with the torque sensor on. And with the torque sensor, you get that more natural bike ride feeling. It gives you some power. I think I'm in PAS 3, so it gives you a little more power to the motor than you're giving on the pedals yourself. And in the torque sensor mode, this is great for if you're trying to use your bike to get exercise and you just need that a little more motor assistance. Yeah, let's see. Up here in just a little while, I'm gonna stop and use the app to put it into cadence sensor and see how that is. Now I know a lot of people are putting a lot of emphasis on using a torque sensor over a cadence sensor. But it's all subjective to the type of riding you want to do. Okay. So if you're looking to get the bike to do the exercise, make it feel more like a true bike ride feeling where you're putting effort in, more effort, then that's what's good about a torque sensor. But if you're wanting to get an e-bike, where you don't want to put a whole lot of effort into the pedaling, then the cadence sensor is the way to go. But that's what makes this update so great, because again, it gives you basically two bikes in one. You can have torque, you can have cadence. The decision's up to you. And all you gotta do is switch it on the app. Looks like we got some stuff going down on here. So right now I'm in what gear am I in? I'm in 8th gear. PAS 3 on the torque sensor. Look at that, I got up to 27 miles an hour. Let's take it up to PAS 5 on the torque sensor. Yeah, I'm cruising easy at 28 miles an hour, but I still feel like I'm putting a decent amount of pressure on the pedals. So let's go up here to the end of the trail, right up here, turn around, and I will switch it over to cadence sensor. And let's see what the difference is there. And I tell you, I still say, this Discover 2 is just a really nice, solid commuter bike. And it's beautiful with this red paint scheme with the little flake in there. Okay, so let's go back to the app, bike settings. And we're gonna scroll to sensor switch. We're gonna turn it to cadence sensor. Okay. And now we're gonna continue our ride. So let me put it in PAS1. I'm leaving it in boost just to keep it the same across the board. So that's PAS1. Let's get going first. Let's just pedal a little and see what happens. Oh, yeah, it kicked in pretty good. Let me lower the gears. I'll put it in the first gear so you can see how, you might be able to see the top of my knees, how little I'm pedaling. And then this thing just takes off. Less than a quarter turn and the torque sensor's already kicking in. Look at that. Can you see my knees? See how slow they're going? And it's giving me pretty much full power, 19 miles an hour. So it looks like it's gonna cut off at 19. That's PAS1. Now I do have the bike unlocked, so that might be why it's going up to 19 miles an hour in PAS1, but let's go to PAS2. Let's see what happens. Just gonna barely turn the pedals. Back to 19. Let me see something in the app here. I am very interested in to see if in the settings, let's back off the speed limit. Let's take it to 20 and see if that does anything. Okay, PAS1, torque sensor. That seems to limit it. Let's go to PAS2. Three, a little more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me come up here, get back on some flat ground, and we'll try it all again, starting at 1. This is actually pretty exciting. You know, I was all about the torque sensor, but then I started missing the cadence sensor. Okay, so right here, let's, it's in number 1, gear 1. Let's put it down to PAS1 and torque sensor. Oh yeah, not even a quarter turn and this thing kicks in. Okay, so I'm just moving the pedals and it's stopped at, topping out at 12 miles an hour in PAS1. PAS2, cranking, not much difference, 12. Now I'm going to 3. There you go, a little pickup. Right. So 15 miles an hour. PAS4, you can hear it wind up some more. 16, 17. So 17. And I'm just barely moving the pedals. I'm not putting any pressure on the chain or anything. So I'm not helping the bike pedal at all, move at all. So let's go to PAS4. I guess I should, so I don't look like I'm pedaling like a madman. So it looks like 17 miles an hour. PAS5 cranks up, and that should take us to the 20. I have a little hill here. Let me get around the turn. pick that up again. Gonna put it in 8th gear. There you go. You're 20 miles an hour and it tops out. So it looks like if you want speed limits in each PAS level in cadence sensor, then you have to put the max throttle back down to 20 miles an hour. Otherwise, let me get into one here. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to do this. Let me turn it back. Bike settings, speed limit, 28. Okay. PAS 1, gear 1. That thing just takes off as soon as you, pretty much as soon as you start pedaling. There we go. I'm barely moving my knees. And it's going to take us all the way to 20 miles an hour. Because if I want to go to the maximum of 28, I'm going to have to do the pedaling to get there. So, look at that. So there you have it. It's pretty exciting. I like it. Like I said, now you have basically 2 of these bikes in one. The only thing you can't do is change the color. But who knows? Maybe they'll figure out how to do that later. But anyways, I thought I'd just give you a quick overview of that. It's pretty nice what Velotric has done. So you have a great day, a great ride, a great week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.